They are large or tiny, repulsive, or fascinating. They have 8 legs and are excellent weavers. Who are they? Spiders, of course. Everyone without exception knows what these creatures look like. However, there are some species that most of us have never seen or heard of before. Some are harmless, but others, on the contrary, are dangerous and poisonous to humans. Do you want to know which ones? If you don't suffer from arachnophobia, and if you're not one of those people who are going to run for their lives just by hearing the word spider, sit comfortably in front of your screen and above all, keep your cool. Today, we will discover the black widow, the ornate tarantula, the banana spider, and many other species of spiders that are considered the most venomous in the world. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all notifications. Let's get started. The brown recluse, also called violin spider, is a species of spider that comes to us from America. Despite its small size, which is less than 1 centimeter, it is famous for its dangerousness and the fact that it is very venomous. Nocturnal and solitary, this spider remains hidden in certain places, including some corners of the house, hence the name recluse. It is not aggressive, except when you dare to disturb it. In this case, it does not hesitate to bite and thus releases its venom, which can destroy the affected veins and arteries, sometimes causing infections or even necrosis in the affected tissues. In addition to being very painful, the bite of a brown recluse can also cause other problems such as fever, nausea, and vomiting. Other complications can appear such as circulatory failure and kidney failure, which can be fatal. How can we talk about venomous spiders without evoking the black widow? Recognizable among all thanks to its bright red mark on the posterior part, this small spider, which measures between 7 and 15 millimeters, only is native to North America. The black widow is not aggressive. However, its venom is toxic to humans, hence the fact that it is considered one of the most dangerous spiders in the world. If a person is unlucky enough to be bitten by a black widow, they may experience cold sweats, muscle twitching, nausea, changes in blood pressure, and even mental problems such as hallucinations, among other things. On the other hand, a black widow's bite rarely causes death if it is treated quickly and effectively. We will now talk about the sand spider, also called the six-eyed spider. As its name suggests, this species of spider, which can measure up to 5 centimeters, lives in the sand, mainly in African deserts. To hunt, the sand in which it buries itself allows it to camouflage itself before attacking its prey. Although it rarely attacks humans, the bite of the sand spider is considered powerful and very dangerous to humans. Indeed, the sand spider is a very venomous species because its bite can cause significant tissue damage and rupture of blood vessels. Moreover, there is no anti-venom to treat a bite of this species of spider. It is therefore better to avoid wandering in these parts of the world without a guide to avoid a more than unpleasant encounter. Here is now another species of spider native to Australia, the Sydney funnel web spider, better known by its English name, Sydney funnel web. This species is considered one of the most dangerous and poisonous in the world. Moreover, at the beginning of this year, some specialists sounded the alarm about the proliferation of these species of spiders in Australia because of the wet and hot climatic conditions which the country experienced during this period. And for good reason. The bite of the funnel web spider, especially the bite of the male, can be fatal to humans. This small spider with a fluffy abdomen and hard shell lives mainly in the humid regions and forests in eastern Australia. It measures between 1 and 5 centimeters or more and has very strong hooks that allow it to bite even on hard surfaces. Difficult to see in the dark because of its black or brown body, it does not hesitate to attack those who dare to approach it, usually by reflex. Heavy sweating, nausea, heavy salivation, and convulsions are the first symptoms of a bite from this spider. They can be followed by hypertension and an accelerated heart rate, then severe hypotension and cardiac arrest, if the victim has not received an anti-venom injection in time. Have you ever heard of the spider mouse? No, it's not a spider the size of a mouse. The mouse spider, also called Miscelena, is actually a small spider. Its body usually measures between 1 and 3.5 centimeters. It is thus a very small spider, black in color, which lives mainly in Australia. It is characterized by a particularly imposing head, as well as a color that can vary for its mandibles, going from black to red while passing by orange and brown. It is generally found in semi-arid areas, forests, and less populated areas. Their encounter with humans usually occurs when the male comes in search of a female. The mating period is from late summer to early spring. Although it rarely attacks humans, the spider mouse secretes a powerful and very toxic venom. Moreover, it can be considered similar to the Sydney funnel web. Thus, the anti-venom administered in case of a bite from the latter can be just as effective against the bite of a spider mouse. Before continuing, here is now a question about spider silk. Let's see if you can answer it. What is spider silk made of? Option A. Of sugars. Option B. Protein. Option C. Nylon. Think carefully, choose the option you think is correct, and stay with us until the end of this video to see if you have answered correctly. And now, let's continue. Do you know the sapphire ornamental tigus? This very beautiful spider, quite large in size and recognizable from afar thanks to its bright blue color and pretty patterns, comes to us from the forests of India. But don't be impressed by its beauty because it is aggressive and has a venom. Active at night and solitary, this very rare species prefers calm and does not hesitate to bite if it feels disturbed or endangered. It can then secrete a neurotoxic venom that can cause inflammation, muscle pain, fever, and nausea. However, it is not fatal to humans. This magnificent tarantula is unfortunately listed in the register of the 100 most endangered species on the planet established by the IUCN International Union for Conservation of Nature in 2012. Here is now the Goliath spider, a species of spider considered not very aggressive, but whose bite can be dangerous for humans. You can of course imagine what this spider looks like. Yes, you can. As its name suggests, the Goliath spider, also called Le Blond's tarantula, is a big spider that can be the size of a big rat. It is even recognized by the Guinness Book of Records as the largest spider in the world. According to the entomologist Peter Naskretsky, this nocturnal spider that lives in tropical rainforests can weigh up to 170 grams, and its body has the width of a big fist. Its clawed legs can measure up to 30 centimeters. And you may not know it, but the Goliath spider is probably the only species of spider that makes a noise when it moves. And that's not all. Whoever has the misfortune to meet this spider can have a very painful experience. Because to defend itself or to attack, the Goliath spider rubs its hind legs against its abdomen, which releases urticating hairs that cause painful itching when they are in contact with mucous membranes or eyes, for example. Goliath females have a life expectancy that averages between 6 and 15 years, compared to 3 to 6 years for males. The age record for this species is 28 years for a breeding female. She can even finally have a very painful bite with the help of her big hooks that measure a few centimeters. However, although it has a neurotoxic venom, the Goliath spider is not fatal to humans. Its name may sound appealing to you, but in reality, the ornate tarantula has nothing pretty about it. This species of fearsome spider lives in the trees of Sri Lanka. It is a giant spider with a body measuring some 20 centimeters in diameter or even more. It owes its name to the colors of its body, especially the yellow marks that are present under its legs. Aggressive and venomous, the tarantula can cause a painful bite that can lead to fever, muscle aches, nausea, and even fainting. Fortunately, it is not fatal. The banana spider is, as its name suggests, a species of spider found in banana plantations and bunches. This spider native to Brazil would be even more dangerous than the black widow spider. It is even said to have been described by the Guinness Book of Records as the most venomous spider in the world. Moreover, it is said to possess the most active neurotoxic venom of all spiders. Tachycardia, heavy salivation, respiratory disorders, paralysis, and even painful and prolonged erections in humans are the result of a single bite from this species reputedly aggressive. There is no doubt that the banana spider will cause an ordeal to anyone unlucky enough to be in its path. Symptoms may persist for several hours, and healing may take a week. On the other hand, the bite of the banana spider can be fatal if the victim does not call for help right away. And we end with a spider that we have often heard about in recent years in social networks because of its alleged great dangerousness. However, this spider discovered in China will fascinate even the greatest arachnophobes thanks to its breathtaking physique. This spider has a kind of flat disc, stuck to the abdomen, with patterns that differ from one spider to another, making it look like a work of art. The Cyclocosmia ricketi, commonly known as the Chinese hourglass spider, owes its name to its peculiar shape. It lives in underground burrows, but it is an extremely rare spider since it has only been seen about 10 times since the year 2000. However, it is considered an extremely dangerous spider, even deadly, because of its venom. This spider is not aggressive and poses no risk to humans, despite the many warnings against this specimen that have been relayed in social networks. Certainly, it only bites to defend itself, and its bite only causes a simple swelling and a slight pain, if the victim does not suffer from any allergy, of course. And contrary to what has been said about this beautiful spider, it is not deadly. There is therefore no reason to be wary of it. There were 10 poisonous spiders that are really scary. Do you know of any other spider species as dangerous as the ones you just discovered today? Leave us your answers in the comments. And finally, here is the right answer to the question of the day. Spider silk is not made of sugars or nylon, but of protein. It is composed mainly of a protein called fibroin. That's all for this one. Thank you for staying until the end of the video, and see you soon.